Welcome to my channel. This video will be about new book by Eriy, this small gem, indeed small because surprisingly this newest book is smaller comparing to traditional size of Eriy's book. Honestly, I was pleasantly surprised by this change. Book has almost the same height, but it's more narrow. For me, it's a pleasant change because sometimes I feel a little bit intimidated by the size of Eriy's pictures. They are detailed and many pictures are 2 pages spreads, so sometimes you think that, oh, such a long time to finish picture. For me, this change to the smaller size, it's really a very positive moment. Here we have story of magical land of Lauramia. I hope that I translated correctly. As usual, it has dust cover. In the beginning we have introduction of the main character, the girl named Mary Abbott, and it's a story how she moved from her southern part of the country into the school of magicians. She has friend, her crow, and her favorite things which she wanted to learn is sketching and magic. You know that, of course, I was immediately attracted to the story. Sketching and magic. Perfect. Just like in many Eriy's books, we have introduction of the land. I will translate it later. And look at these pictures. Traditional for Eriy's brown color of inks, very pleasant for eyes, and I think that it's very nice to color. Very detailed pictures, so even with smaller size it will require a lot of time to finish. I was so eager to make this flip through that I hadn't tested paper yet. For some of these pictures I would definitely love to use a little bit of watercolor. In my previous books, here we have a part about a life of Mary Abbott in her childhood, I think, together with her grandma, and then starts part when she finally moved to the school. That's about her hobbies. You can see a lot of things which are dear to our heart, all those pencils, paints, soft pastel, so of course it's perfect, very interesting book. And finally she's moving to school. So I tested watercolor, for example, in this book. I think that paper, it feels very similar. What can I say? For very complicated, huge backgrounds, maybe it's not the best choice. But to do quick one layer background, it's totally possible. Watercolor doesn't bleed through, at least for those backgrounds which I did. Maybe color looks a little bit more muted after drying, but I usually use watercolor just as a first layer and then continue to work on top of it with pencils. So I think that for some of the pictures I will use watercolors. And look at this beautiful dress. Here we have introduction of another land. I definitely think that it's one of the best Eriy's books. Before, my favorite was this travel through different wonders of the earth, when we can travel through different countries, and she depicted here many famous cities and places. But here we also have amazing story. I'm very happy that pictures, they either have nice frame or depicted in such ways that you don't need to add anything complicated for the background, maybe just a little bit of shading, but mostly they are full size. So my usual problem, how to fill in empty background, it's definitely not for this thing. And again, what Eriy is very talented to do is to create adorable, very sweet pictures. When you look at these portraits of birds, of course you smile. And look at the cat, all those faces. Grooming salon, such a nice idea. Here finally part about some magical studies. I especially love this one. It's definitely one of the books which will be very pleasant to color, both for adult colorists, maybe for teens, and even for smaller children together with their grandma or mama. I think that it could be a very nice family thing to color such pictures. You can invent a story behind each of these pictures. They are very kind, with a lot of humor, and of course, as usual, Eriy adds some pictures with yummy things. She is also very good at depicting some bakery goods, other confectionery, and in this book there is no exception, also a lot of amazing cupcakes, cakes. Oh, some things for magical potions. Look at the crocodile with the horn, very interesting. Fairy selling some magical potions. The only downside of these books is that they mostly are available from Amazon Japan, so not very easy to get them. I was lucky to receive it as a gift. You know that I love to color all the steampunk things, so when I see a spread with steampunk style pictures, I always put it into my list to do immediately. Here we have the college, probably of the first school year for Mary Abbott. Very lovely. Oh, in the end we have short description. I definitely will need better translator, because before I color page, I love to translate story. Sometimes it gives me some ideas about colors. Well, I hope that there will be some ways how to get this book for everyone, because it's very lovely, and I am very happy that Eriy constantly continues to do new books. I think that during the last 1 or 2 years she created a lot of new beauties, and you know that when I just got her first romantic country, I wasn't very impressed. I had problems with paper, and I had problems with her drawing style, but now with all her recent books I am totally in love. I think that she improved a lot and I enjoy her books, so now I can recommend them to everyone. I hope that very soon I will show you my first finished project. Thank you for watching, and until the next videos.